Tuesday, December 10th, 2024. We're gonna open the regular board meeting. Roll call, please.
Yep, I have trustees Chris Samples,
Here.
John Talbot,
Here.
Jen Christensen, Bill Motisi is absent, Nathan Moss,
Here.
Patrick Yarlam,
Here.
We have more food.
For Patrick? For me, I'm gonna order no food.
oh, next door, the apartment next door.
All those steps.
President Rick Worm,
Here.
Treasurer Brenda Onabany,
Here.
Clerk Sandy Mazen here, Public Works Supervisor Brett Fergie,
Here.
Parks Lead Brody Cook,
Here.
and Attorney Mark Heinley.
Yes.
All right, would you please rise and say the pledge of allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
It is a beautiful city. All right. Tonight on the consent agenda, we have 4 items. Item number 1, November 12th, 2024, regular board minutes. Item 2, bills payable dated December 10th, 2024, for a total of $161,468.83. Item 3, outside meeting pay for elected officials, total of $200. And item 4, resolution number 24-53, a resolution authorizing the destruction of closed session tapes. At this time, do any of the board members wish to remove any of those 4 items for further discussion? Not will entertain the first motion.
I move to place agenda item 1 through 4 inclusively as consent agenda items. Further, I move that all items be considered together as a consent agenda.
Second.
Jen makes a motion to place items 1 through 4 inclusively as the consent agenda. Nathan seconds. Roll call, please.
Jen,
Yes.
Bill is absent, John, Nathan,
Yes.
Patrick,
Yes.
Chris.
Yes.
Motion passes 702. Second motion.
I move to adopt items 1 through 4 inclusively on the consent agenda in a single group pursuant to the omnibus vote procedure specified in the Illinois Municipal Code.
Second.
Jen makes a motion to adopt items 1 through 4 inclusively as consent agenda. Nathan seconds. Roll call again.
Bill is absent, John,
Yes.
Nathan,
Yes.
Patrick,
Yeah.
Chris,
Yes.
Jen.
Motion
Yes.
passes 703. We do not need D, as nothing was removed. We have the utility bill drawing. Charles? Take a winner. For the public that doesn't know, Charles is a reporter for
102.3 The Coyote, Super Hits 93.5 in Rochelle.
Spoken Like a Corporate Guy.
And it is,
Just the address.
it's $89. 532 Autumn Wolf Drive.
Not anymore. $25.
Yep. A lot cheaper than mine. Just paid mine before coming here. Thank you, Charles. We still do not have anybody willing to step up for the chairperson role in the Planning and Zoning Commission. That was ignoring me. We'll move on to Sandy.
The only thing I have is actually not on the agenda underneath me, but it's kind of an old business item. So, LR Communication has been talking with Nathan and Chris about the lease agreement. They have requested to review our utility plans for our water and sewer mains and services at the water tower site address. Those documents are typically not FOIable, Mark, correct? Because there are water.
It can relate to,
Yeah.
yes, that's
So
correct.
they're typically not a document that I would release under FOIA, due to security reasons. They are requesting to see them. I told them that I would have that discussion with you. Fergie did go out and mark the lines according to the Julie that they had called in, so they can go out and see the lines already marked on the property. I don't know if we want to release these or not. So I'm kind of asking the board for direction,
What's the reason for one?
so that they can plan where they want to put their proposed.
Exactly, it's for the contract.
We've asked them to be very specific and to have a complete contract when they can present to us next time. So that includes exactly where the lines go and everything else. They've done the Julie part of it now and like it's Fergie marked it, what, a week ago?
Yeah,
Like, it's been marked.
That's been.
Yeah. it's, so.
Would
I mean,
anybody be opposed to letting them see them without taking pictures or?
Oh, no, they want me to email them to them.
No,
And so that's kind of,
We can do that. for
I mean,
everybody else.
you know, I can understand once construction is approved or something of that nature, I just don't understand.
so I did respond to Aaron from LR this morning, when I returned to the office, and I let him know that according to the design Julie that he called in, the village has a responsibility within 10 days of the Julie coming in to either mark the lines, show the drawings, or have a discussion with them about the drawings. But we complied by marking the lines, so we've done our obligation under Julie. He did mention he was gonna go out and see if he could still see the lines or whether he needed to call a new one, and so he didn't go and look at the lines after you marked them last time.
I think that's fine.
Well, there was an LR person out there, but that was before our discussion.
They were doing some work at the time.
Yeah, right, so I don't know if they did one and the same, took a look at it, but I doubt it.
Do villages normally give these kind of plans to the people?
The theory behind not is that it could introduce a vulnerability to your water system. I think in this case where there is clear reason why they want to have the information that doesn't appear to be nefarious. I think if you wanted to provide it, we could draft a non-disclosure agreement, require them to furnish it under contractual confidentiality. Whether
No,
it
thank
just
you.
depends how sensitive you are to this.
And-
To answer the question, many communities hand over the information unless they're uncertain who the source is, why the entity wants to know, that sort of thing.
I'm fine with just.
He can come in and look if he wants. I don't care about that, but
Okay.
I don't think we should send him this stuff.
I don't, other, these other communities have done it, and non-disclosure.
So we wanna pay him to draft a non-disclosure for them to view it,
I don't wanna do that.
cause LR is not paying him to draft it, we are.
I'm all for letting them see it, but not pictures, not take it, not have it.
Just for their reference.
Look
so
at
they
it,
can
see
get
what, you
whatever
know,
they
Did
want.
they need it the last time that they came with us with it? Why is it different this?
Because they're putting in a line this time though, right? Did
Yes.
they put in a line? They didn't put in a line last time. They.
There is a line there that they have, isn't there?
No.
Yeah, but they're trying to put a line in a different location than what they
Correct.
currently
I
have.
thought it was site to site, from the tower.
It
to
is.
the-
It is, but then they have a line that goes down between the building and the tower,
Oh, yeah.
That would be their cost of business.
yeah.
Yeah, I think they
If
should.
they never went back up there, I wouldn't be hurt.
I would just tell.
We
them
need
they
a
can come and
consensus
look.
for Sandy.
Julie's are fine with me.
You have a issue
So
with
no, I
them
don't
looking
need
at it?
any more. They don't need any more than the Julie.
You don't want them to see it at all?
No more than the Julie. That's not, otherwise, we can do that for everybody that wants to see that.
If they're.
I mean, if you're gonna come and be
If they're gonna
construction
have,
area,
if
I
they're
would like you
going,
to have all the information. you
yeah,
have.
and if they're gonna have a contract with us, and then
We
I
don't have
don't
that.
really have an issue with them seeing it, I don't wanna email it to them because I don't want it going anywhere else.
Correct.
Okay,
I agree.
So you're of the look at it but not take it,
Don't give it to them.
Nathan?
I mean, I could care less if they have it, because I mean, if they look at it, they're just gonna write down the same information as if they have the information, correct? I mean,
Yeah.
it's just a matter of our information getting leaked out there, or falling into the wrong hands is what we're worried about.
right, but I don't want them to be able to send it to somebody
Right.
else.
Correct,
That's-
yeah.
Right,
So,
it
I mean,
wouldn't-
if
it
you
wouldn't
can
be
see
the
it, I mean,
actual
the
copy,
Julie
it'd be-
And taking a look should be more than sufficient for their needs, I would assume.
I assume that too.
That sounds like the majority.
And
of
if it's
consensus.
not all of that they need,
Yeah.
and for some reason they need more than.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
it
would
would
wanna
be a
know why
discussion
they
we'd
would
have.
need more.
Right,
All right,
Right, anything they write down is gonna be their interpretation of the drawing, not
of
the
the
actual drawing.
drawings, correct.
that's fine. I'll let Aaron know he can schedule a time to come into my office then and view it. And then he did mention he was gonna go out and see if he needed the Julie redone and take a look at that. That's the only thing that I had.
Don't we even have a jewelry wrong?
Since Rhonda, did he call and make a schedule to talk to you about any of this?
Any further?
No.
Brenda?
I have, November's treasurer's report and the board packet. If you have any questions, let me know. And then, we received a settlement that I'm going to have Mark talk about from the Edelweiss
Yeah.
Fund.
Mark can explain what it is.
Mark.
Sure,
Free money.
so it's It was sort of akin to a class action where the very short version is that there was allegations that a number of banks using some rounding software were playing sort of fast and loose with bond interest rates when they would reset. And they would shave a very small amount, maybe the third decimal point off the interest rate or round up in a way that was not financially ruinous to any one entity, but aggregated across many bond issuers statewide. I think it was even nationwide. There's some parallels suits. So in cases like this, where it doesn't make a lot of financial sense for one entity to go after it, this is kind of how class actions are handled. In this case, the state attorney general stepped in and handled the litigation on behalf of anyone within about a 7 or 8 year range that had issued bonds. I think you're like 27 issue qualified. And anyway, the whole thing eventually settled, and pursuant to that, we're gonna get $35,000 or
Yep,
something.
actually received it last week.
We better,
35,000.
set class action, I
Yep.
God.
Yeah.
So,
So good news, you were ripped off just enough that it feels like a significant amount of found money in your pockets.
I would like Mark to confirm, though, that is offset by the lovely fees that we incurred through the 2 or 3 subpoenas you had to answer for us in
Yeah,
this
that's-
lawsuit.
Yeah, there was
There's that.
there was a voluminous amount of discovery. But without that, we wouldn't have been able to we wouldn't have gotten as much of a payout. They were satisfied with our answers that we.
We're still ahead, that's all.
Yes, I do believe that we are, and Mark more than saved us on those 2 or 3 occasions from having to actually go into Chicago, because every time they asked for a subpoena, they asked for us to also go in and testify as to the documents under subpoena. And so Mark was very good at getting them to just accept our documents. So I appreciate the work, Mark. It paid off.
We're still ahead.
The firm did.
That's all I have.
All right, then on to Mark.
I don't have anything other than hope everyone has a happy holiday season, and we'll see you guys in the new year.
All right, move on to reports to committees, and Jen.
I don't have anything new on the sesquicentennial event, because we have another meeting next week. The follow-up on our community holiday party was this past Saturday. It was fun. We entertained ourselves. As in we, I would say, Nathan, Patrick over there.
So you're saying no one showed up?
No, people showed up,
It's a
but
decent turnout.
it was a decent turnout. I mean, we've had better, but our numbers have not went back up since COVID.
Well,
So,
it was 50 degrees.
Trying to, right, exactly, and
The work
trying to
went out
figure it out.
Elsewhere.
Yeah.
But we had the Lindenwood Emmanuel Church was there, and they did some activities with kids, and we had some couple of crafts. And then we had a bingo game, and Santa and Mrs. Claus were there, and we had hot chocolate and cookies. It was a fun time.
Nathan even had cookies for the bad kid.
Yeah, there's some broken ones for everyone else. Old cookies.
Would you like me to add Easter to the agenda for next time?
And you have a date on Friday too, don't you?
Yes, and I was able to schedule next year's date already.
So we have a date already.
They actually wanted it before they left, so
All right,
I was like.
perfect.
Anything further?
Nope, that's it.
Chris?
Oh, I wasn't aware of any emergency expenditures.
No, we didn't have any.
All right, there you go, then nothing.
Anybody have anything for Bill? Moving on, Nathan.
Do you have anything?
The city meeting for the Northfield was finished yesterday, so we are just waiting until spring to see. Hopefully that pops and works, and we're good to go from there. That's all I got.
John,
Make a motion to pass resolution number 24-56, a resolution approving and authorizing execution of quote from Elite Truck for purchase of custom drawings for Public Works Department's 2022 Chevrolet 6500 bucket truck.
John makes a motion to approve resolution number 24-56. Patrick seconds. Any discussion? Hearing none, roll call, Money.
John,
Yes.
Nathan,
Yes.
Patrick,
Yes.
Chris,
No.
Jen,
Yes.
Bill is absent.
Passes 7-16. Any further? Brett.
Chris, your vote no, because there wasn't 3 quotes, is that what that was?
John, I've always said this, and I never said anything about 3, I said multiple, but that's correct.
Sometimes you just can't do that. No, that's all I got.
Patrick,
That's very true.
The motion to approve resolution number 24-52, a resolution approving.
54,
Oh, 24-54, a resolution approving and authorizing execution of quote from KR Automation Inc. for repair of Eaton SXV adjustable adjustable frequency drive for digester at wastewater treatment plant. Second.
Patrick makes a motion to approve resolution number 24-54. John seconds. Any discussion on the freebie line?
What's the amount of that expense?
and I'm gonna mention this to you guys. If you guys read the agenda item summary report, it has in there all of the information,
35.
including the amount. So in there, I write how to make the motion, and if you read that language, it does say in the amount of, what'd you say, Mark, 3,500?
Yeah.
They have-
I've tried to make it as easy for you guys as possible, so if you guys read that.
It's very nice. No discussion? Roll call.
Nathan,
Yes.
Patrick,
Yes.
Chris,
Yes.
Jen,
Yes.
Phil's absent, John.
She passes 7-18. Anything further, Patrick?
That's all I have, Brad.
Unfinished business. We already did LR release. Verizon,
Oh, did you have anything else
Uh,
besides my issue on it?
Yeah.
I kind of stole it from
I
it.
mean, you were the right person to answer, and I'm glad he finally kept you in the.
Junction Road tile agreement.
Yeah, that's something I gotta talk to the. Will Hoffman got a hold of the renter for us, but I need the owner, so I've got to call him. That's for that tile, yep.
All right, not hearing anything. You're it, public. Move on. Entertain a motion for the 2 closed sessions.
I'll
Executives.
make a motion for closed session 2C1, the employment compensation, discipline, performance, or dismissal of specific employees. Specific individuals who serve as independent contractors in a park. Recreational or educational setting, or specific volunteers of the public body or legal counsel for the public body. Including hearing testimony on a complaint lodged against an employee. A specific individual who serves as an independent contractor in a park. Recreational or educational setting, or a volunteer of the public body, or against legal counsel for the public body to determine its validity. Do I have to read the other one?
Yep,
And then 2C21, discussion of minutes of meetings lawfully closed under this act, which. Whether for purposes of approval by the body of the minutes or semi-annual review of the minutes as mandated by section 2.06.
Second.
Oh, yeah.
Always easy one. Jen makes a motion to go into closed session under sections 2C1 and 2C21. 18 seconds. We do all in favor?
nope,
No, we gotta do roll call
Yep.
all the time.
only going in.
All right.
Ready?
Yep.
Patrick,
Yes.
Chris,
Yes.
Jen,
Yes.
Bill's absent, John.
Yeah.
Nathan,
Yes.
In closed session 7:20.
all right.
We're gonna do two. Motion,
Yes.
Motion to come in open session.
Second.
Don makes motion to reconvene open session, Chris seconds. That we're gonna do all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? We're back in open session 7:35. Can you take action on that?
Yes,
We have language?
yes. Well, not quite your language, but I have a dollar amount, so I'll let you figure out the rest.
Are you giving this to me? Cause I'm supposed to make it.
Yes, please.
Your
I
money.
need a motion.
I can't make it.
It is?
I need a motion.
What? Okay, I make a motion, to approve,
Payout of comp
Back pay?
time.
I know, I was trying to think of that, payout and comp time, and or comp time for, Sandy Moss and Brenda Onyeabady,
Nope, just me.
huh?
Just me.
Well,
Well,
Brenda's
yours is
contact.
compensation, but her,
Or is it already given to her?
all right, then just compensation for Sandy Moss, for an error in our system for, miscalculation of comp time in the amount of $10,487.45.
This makes a motion to approve the compensation for pollution in our system, the amount, to Sandy Moss, $10,487.45. John seconds. Roll call.
Chris,
Yes.
Jen,
Yes.
Bill's absent, John.
Yeah.
Nathan. I'm sorry, Nathan.
Yes.
Oh, Patrick.
Motion passes 7:36.
I couldn't hear you.
Oh, you want that? Oh.
Next motion.
Make a motion
Yes.
for resolution 24-55, a resolution approving and reviewing the executive session.
Second.
John makes a motion to approve resolution number 24-55. Nathan seconds. Any discussion? No money, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? 7:37, motion passes. Anything further from board members?
Motion to adjourn.
Brenda had something, but I don't know that it was necessarily closed session worthy under employee. Because it's really not a huge deal, but Brenda wanted to share.
We recently, lost a public works employee, he resigned, so, so everybody knows that. But we are going to, bring our seasonal that's been here for a little while, second time he's been here. We're gonna make him the full-time public works person. That'll happen January 1st, so.
Who's going full time?
Jeff, our part-time public works employee.
Chris.
Sounds good.
All right.
That's why I don't think she gave a name.
Yes. That's an update on what's going on in employee land.
And I think you guys might have seen that Brenda did publish for
Yeah.
a part-time seasonal
A part-time
employee for the
seasonal.
public works since Jeff's moving up.
What is seasonal?
Not 40 hours a week
That's
guaranteed.
how I meant, is it wintertime, summertime, or all year?
All year.
It depends on as needed.
All right.
Yeah, as the seasons go.
Call that like part-time or whatever.
Draw a
Seasonal
blank.
makes it sound like it's.
Huh?
He's had to be who we lost on draw a blank. There you go.
One loop. We have 2 loops here in the village, 1 loop.
You're not his father.
Well, we have 2 young men loops.
One that had the-
I got that.
We can talk about it after. Yes, let's
All right.
not air people's business during meetings.
Make a motion to adjourn?
Nathan makes a motion to adjourn.
I don't think.
They both second.
John and Patrick seconded.
You can't do that to me. Pick one.
All right, Patrick seconded.
Nobody says, bro.
Any discussion on adjournment?
Especially now.
Other than who seconded? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
Nowadays, people don't stay.
Bart wants them in its vague.
7:39.
It gets a little